Thank you, Madam Chairwoman, and thank you, Secretary Sue, for your diligent work to really have to address, as you were just alluding, really the wreckage that took place in the prior administration. And we've seen this on this committee, unfortunately, not just in the Department of Labor, but also in the Department of Education. I'd like to just begin my 5 minutes by, again, noting the fact that the Biden economy defied all the predictions of pundits and economists on both the right and the left last Friday, when the U.S. economy added 339,000 jobs. Again, the unemployment rate stays below 4%. But even more significantly, the report indicated that the number of job openings also increased by 358,000. So we are now at a moment where there's 10.1 million job openings in the economy. At the same time, we have, again, record low unemployment. And this is really a moment for the Department of Labor to really shine, because the WIOA system, which has a dual customer approach where the two customers are both job seekers and employers, really can help close the skills gap that we know from talking to employers. And frankly, every member on both the Republican side and Democratic side, if you put them on truth serum, would say that that is the number one concern that we're hearing from employers out there, is trying to find qualified workers. In my district, again, the employer engagement has really worked very successfully for a manufacturing spike that's taking place in the Navy shipbuilding sector. Again, we developed a curriculum back in 2015 under prior Secretary of Labor, Tom Perez, and that has generated 3,000 job placements, again, using qualified instructors with the right curriculum on an accelerated basis, transforming people's lives. Can you talk about your own sort of thoughts about engaging with employers in that fashion, and really kind of sizing this success in Eastern Connecticut across the nation?
Thank you so much, Congressman, and thank you for highlighting an example of when workforce development programs work at their best. They help meet the needs of employers for a skilled workforce. They help meet the desire for individuals, for good jobs, and they help to build local, regional, and the national economy. So it's true that in this moment, I think the work of the Department of Labor really takes on an outsized importance when we have, due to the really good work of this body in partnership with the President, really historic levels of investments in manufacturing, in infrastructure, in clean energy, in bringing jobs back to the United States. And so the ability to meet, to align the needs of employers with the desire of workers, job seekers, through effective training programs has never been more important. And that, of course, starts with employers. It starts with understanding employer needs. It starts with knowing the where, when, and how of the jobs that they are creating, and then making sure that the rest of the system, right, that we have partners at the table, community colleges, four-year colleges, even K through 12 educational system, workforce training boards, community-based organizations, unions, all of the players in the economy working together to set up effective training programs. Registered apprenticeships is a very, very important part of that. I know that Chairwoman mentioned that as well. And so the Department of Labor is laser focused on making sure that our investments, our technical assistance, our support, our programs are building on the needs that employers have in this moment.
Later this week, President Biden is going to the chairwoman's state, North Carolina, to roll out the Career Connected program at the Department of Education, which Secretary Cardona was actively engaged with Secretary Walsh, because this is an all hands on deck situation right now in terms of getting trade schools and comprehensive high schools, working hard to help, again, close that skills gap and to address these job openings. Again, can you talk about your willingness to, again, make this, again, a larger than just DOL, but also education initiative?
100%. So this is, as you say, all hands on deck. We talk about a whole of government approach. I actually have spoken to Secretary Cardona because this is aligning the educational system with the workforce system is absolutely critical in this moment. And especially because a lot of the jobs that we're talking about now, for example, in manufacturing, are going to be jobs that do not require a four-year degree. So how do we make sure that a young person, from the time that they're thinking about what they're going to do after high school, whether to go to community college, whether to go to a trade school, whether to go directly into an apprenticeship program, making sure that we align those systems so that people don't have to figure those out, we can help them to do that, it is so, so important. And that is reflected in our budget request. It's reflected in the work of the department over the last 2 years, and I certainly pledge to continue the work that Secretary Walsh and I did together over the last 2 years to continue to meet that need.
Great. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you.